Guten Morgen, muchachos. Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyasha. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Long weekend here in Kenya. You're absolutely loving it. Now, of course, this weekend we had the Champions League final going down. We had a big watch party courtesy of Anakin, the biggest I've ever been in. It was fantastic, man. Not gonna lie. Casper Vest was in the house. He performed. Nasty C was in the house. He performed as well. It was a proper example of where football meets entertainment. Not gonna lie, it was absolutely fun. And it was great football as well. PSG going all the way to thrash Inter Milan. 5-0. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Inter Milan, man, that was embarrassing. There has never been a European final where a team loses by 5 goals and they score none. I know PSG are really good, but boy, if anyone had a doubt of how good they were, I don't think they have any doubts in the longer now because they absolutely obliterated Inter Milan. And I'll be honest with you, the Champions League watch party for me was something very important because a quick backstory. Back in 2020, I wanted to do a watch party by myself and I wanted to do it at Uhuru Gardens, and it was really good because that weekend where the final was going to be held, which was on 30th May was on a Saturday. So the final would have been held on a Saturday, then 31st, of course, was going to be on a Sunday, and Monday, 1st of June was going to be on a Monday, which is a long weekend, just like we have now. And now, I'm involved in a watch party that cuts across a long weekend, and I'm part of it, working with Heineken. That for me, guys, not gonna lie, that was a big deal for me. That was really cool. And then, of course, it's Heineken. It's a premium brand as well. Yo, just the way I like to see it, man. Just the way I like to see it. But yeah, PSG again, asserting themselves as the dominant team in the Premier League, no, in the European front this season. Absolutely obliterated Inter Milan. I understand they had a pass succession rate of 90%. That's bizarre. And they absolutely cooked Inter Milan, man, from the first goal to the last goal. Man, and I'll be honest with you, I had an Inter Milan kit with me. One of the big mistakes that I made on Saturday was where Inter Milan kit. I even bought a goddamn scarf. I had a scarf. By the time they were sticking in, shipping the fourth goal, I was like, I've had enough of this, man. Yo, I actually went to change the kit because I had another kit. I went to change the kit. Na nikichange huko, nasikia wamefungwa ingine. So they're like 5 now. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Inter Milan. Get a hold of yourselves. Seriously, embarrassing lot. And you know they were not missing anybody. Inter Milan. I don't think they were. They had everybody else. And they still conceded 5. But again, the Inter Milan, the midfield of Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, and Neves, the guys who can rotate, they can be 6s. One of them can be a 6, then the next time can be an 8, and then the other one falls to a 6. You know, they really did a thing on Inter Milan, not gonna lie. Their midfield is so fluid, so composed on the ball, so pressure resistant. It's absolutely lovely to see. For those guys who have been asking, Arsenal guys who have been asking, oh, what does Zubimendi do? I hope you're watching Vitinha. That's exactly what Zubi can do at Arsenal. That's what he's been doing for Spain. That's what he's supposed to be doing at Real Sociedad. So, yeah, I mean, we are seeing a whole new era. And, of course, they are wingers, man. Desiree Due, Kvaratskhelia, they're just brilliant. They're just brilliant. They are really good. They're fantastic. Dembele did not even score that night. Imagine in a team that scored 5, their striker was not even in that goal, but he had an assist. Well, you got to give him that. He had an assist. Now, Bauza was like a Bauza FIFA, man. Not gonna lie. They look like PlayStation kind of goals. Like the first one. That was just... Nah, Inter Milan are just too good, man. Not gonna lie. Not Inter Milan. PSG are just too good. They are brilliant. You can't take anything away from them, man. But let's not also try to make it look like Inter Milan, PSG just came out of the blues and won the Champions League. Like they have never been here before. Like they have never been to a semi-final before. Like they have not splashed stupid cash. It's just like another bandit that came out of the blues and won the goddamn Champions League. No! This has been a project that has been 14 years in the working. This has been a project that has hired and fired managers. This has been a project that has spent over 2 billion, almost 2 billion. Is it euros or pounds? 2 billion euros spent. This is not just another project that came out of nowhere and they have spent like 1 billion only or less than a billion and now they're winning the Champions League. No. I don't want to take anything away from PSG, but let's not make it look like they came out of nowhere and now they have won the Champions League before likes of Arsenal and stuff. Nonsense. That's absolute bollocks. They have actually dedicated a country's resources to get where they are. It's a different ball game altogether. But also there's some touching stories in there that makes me feel like, honestly, I don't wanna take it away from PSG. Like the issue of Luis Enrique with his daughter. He lost his daughter a couple of years ago to cancer. That's really terrible, man. Honestly, like you cannot wish bad on such a fellow, right? I also understand one of the assistants of his at PSG also lost his wife, is it last year, to terminal illness again. I mean, it's not like because they lost there, they deserve to win here, but because they lost there and they have won here, it makes the story really, really good. Because if you go to Inter Milan, there could be other stories as well. You know, they're not exclusive to Inter Milan. They're not exclusive to PSG, right? But theirs are quite something else altogether, not gonna lie. So, yeah, man. PSG, man, gotta give it to them. Their first Champions League title. They have now joined the elite teams that have won a treble. Luis Enrique now is the only other manager who has done a treble in two different clubs. Mind-boggling. The only other guy who did that was also Spanish. Pep Guardiola did it with Manchester City and did it with Barcelona. So this guy did it with Barcelona, of course, Messi. Actually, what do you call him? Luis Enrique is the one who had MSN. You remember Messi, Suarez, Neymar? Yeah, that was Luis Enrique. And then, of course, now he has done it with PSG. They've won a treble. They've won the domestic league. They've won the cup. And now, of course, they've won the Champions League. I mean, fantastic for them. You can't take that away from them. That's really, really cool. So, yeah, man, that's how the cookie has been this week, man. That's how the cookie has scrambled in the Champions League. Another new winner in Munich. Munich always produces new winners. When Chelsea won it, that was the first time. I think when Borussia won it, I don't know if Borussia won it in Munich. There's been several guys who have won, there are like 4 different teams that have won it in Munich in their first ever time. I think also Nottingham Forest. I don't know if it's 1978 or something. Yeah, so quite cool if you ask me. Quite cool. But yeah, man, that's what's up. Of course, now we're done with the season. Now we're going into the, of course, the Nations League happening this week. And what else? Someone is calling me. I'll call you back. And of course, we have the Club World Cup happening a week from now. So it's gonna be packed. Did I mention the transfer window is already open? So there's gonna be a lot of transfers that are gonna be happening. Speaking of transfers, Manchester United have completed the signing of Mateus Cunha for 62 million. Yeah, not bad a signing if you ask me. Who else? Chelsea are on the verge of completing Liam Delap. Arsenal on the verge of completing signing of Zubi Mendy from Real Sociedad. Good signing. Which other clubs are on the move? Manchester United, we are waiting to see if there's going to be any signing of... They were being linked with Mbeumo. So is Arsenal. I mean, so of course, a lot of transfers going around. Arsenal, who are they going to sign as a striker? Because it's driving me nuts, not gonna lie. One journalist says Arsenal are still interested in Gyökeres. The other one says Arsenal are going in for Benjamin Sesko. The other one says Arsenal have opened talks and have a verbal agreement from Gyökeres. The other one says Arsenal are very serious and have opened talks with the RB Leipzig about Benjamin Sesko. They're basically throwing us all over the place. I don't know if this is how Andrea Bata operates, but man, it's killing me. It's killing me, no, I'm not gonna lie. It's killing me, man. Honestly. So, yeah, let's do the transfer window. Of course, there's a 10-day gap where between now and June 10th, the transfer window will be open. And of course, teams can sign whoever they want. And then it's going to shut down because of the Club World Cup. The teams that will be operating the Club World Cup. And then I think after that, the window will be open, I think, after... How long? Is it like after like 2 weeks or something? The window will be open. So, as a last of fun, of course, I want to see who is the striker we're going to sign. I know you're going to sign a striker. It's very straightforward. We better sign a striker. We did the same with Sesko last season. I hope we don't do the same this season. We need to get a winger. That has to happen. We need to get a backup goalkeeper, maybe. We need to get another defender, right-footed centre-back or something. So there's still some work to be done at Arsenal, even when we do the left winger and the striker. Of course, those are the ones that have to be done ASAP. The other one we can do with them as the window progresses. So let's see what we're going to do. Of course, the Extra Digest podcast, we shall not shoot today. Our guy is in Homa Bay today because we have the Mashameji Derby going down today. So we shall have our shoot tomorrow. Of course, that video will be dropping sometime later this week. We shall have a lot of transfers to talk about. The keep or sell. We shall have a lot of that to do with the other clubs. So let's wait and see. But for now, 5,000 subscribers.